Okay, there's going to be a lot of editing in this. Hi, I'm Stephanie. I have seizures, epilepsy, a seizure disorder, whatever you'd like to call it. And I've been thinking about things lately. The seizures come from a broken place. They come from God knows where. They bring an uncontrollable moment to the moment. And we can't fight them. We just need to have a willingness to fall with them. Hold on, I want to read you something. I'll be right back. It's from the book Lying, a Metaphorical Memoir by Lauren Slater. Have you, I want to know, ever looked at the ground as a crash site? Try it now. Look down from the couch or chair where you're sitting. See the sheen of wood, hear the sharp smack of the skull as it hits. That's what we were supposed to do. At the school she was at, they were teaching her to fall. When she had a seizure, unconsciously fall. So she knew how to fall. And she talks about reading William James. I read a book by William James, and, like any good book, it did not teach me something new, but drew out the wisdom that was already there, inside of me. William talks about there being two kinds of will. Will A and Will B, I call it. Will A is what we all learn, and hold your head high, stuff it down, swallow your sobs, work hard kind of will. Will B, well, it seems a slacker thing, is actually harder to have. It's a willingness instead of a willfulness. An ability to take life on life's terms as opposed to putting up a big fight. It's about being bendable, not brittle. A person who is brave enough to try to ride the waves instead of trying to stop them. Will be is what you need in order to learn to fall. It's the kind of will my mother never taught me, and yours probably never taught you either. It's a secret greater than sex. It's a spiritual thing. Will be is not passive. It means an active acceptance, a say yes. And you have to have a voice and courage if you want to learn it. If you know will be, you know your life. In my last flick I did back in November of last year, I mentioned about accepting the wind as it comes, accepting the cold wind, because you can feel it, you can sense it, but you can't fight the wind. It's impossible to fight wind. And when warm wind comes, when the spring breeze comes for the first time after the cold, bitter wind, it's like, oh my goodness, it's amazing. So, but then the cold winds come again, and you're at a lack of words, and you don't know what to do but stand there and shiver, and that's okay to do. So, I guess what I'm just talking about is having a willingness to accept and love your seizures for all that they are. But I've had more seizures this summer than I've ever had. Tonic-clonic, complex partial, absence. But through this, I don't see it as fighting my seizures, because there's a willingness in there that a willingness to fall. And I noticed as well, as I'm loving what I experience through my seizures, the fogging of my sight, the loss of all my senses except the feeling of my vocal cords as I try and mumble through a sentence, the quick switch of a scene from coffee shop to ER, from backyard to couch to my room to wherever, in all of that, I've learned that it's subdued a bit. Because fighting increases anger, exaggerates problems, magnifies emotions. Even though I'm on 3 meds for my seizures, and they say they're lowering them, and they say I'm getting better, all I can do is love it, because I know no other way. I can't know any other way, or else I would fall apart. Seizures come from a brokenness. But from that brokenness, it can grow up into you through your voice, through talking about it, through sharing it with other people, because people don't share enough about what they go through. I've noticed, at least. The brokenness can grow out of your mind, out of your spirit, out of your brain, into a free wind floating in the trees. So, my encouragement to you is that you experience that. I guess that's it. Bye.